Get ready, Bears fans. Today, we've got some news that's going to fire up anyone in Bear Nation. How about I tell you that a superstar from Ohio State could be the missing piece we need to take our offense to the next level. This talent is what the experts think could be a top target in the first round of the upcoming draft. But what will the impact of this move be? And that's not all. We're talking about the evolution of our offensive coordinator, who's had to adapt like a true game master. But there's a shadow on the horizon. Can he get our offense to break the ice and score those touchdowns we desperately need? I promise you're going to want to stick around for this. We'll dive into whether he's up for the challenge and what changes he might make to shake things up. And to top it all off, let's talk about the rivalry on the field. One of our top corners just schooled a famous quarterback in a way that left everyone speechless. The way he defended his honor wasn't just impressive, it was epic. What does this mean for the Bears defense and our future in the league? Hey, Chicago Bears fans. Today, I've got some news that's going to spark conversation and get everyone asking, are the Bears ready to make a bold move in the 2025 draft? Let me tell you this. We can't underestimate the power of this team and its recruiting strategy. Picture this for a moment. Rookie quarterback Caleb Williams throwing passes to a trio of superstar receivers. With Keenan Allen, Rome Odunze, and DJ Moore on the field, the opposing defense would be sweating bullets. But hold on a second. Allen becomes a free agent this spring. So I ask you, is it worth keeping a 12-year veteran at a high price if we could target a new star? Apparently, the scouting department at Bleacher Report thinks the answer lies in Ohio State. Yes, you heard that right. They're suggesting the Bears select receiver Emeka Egbuka with their first pick in the 2025 draft. Why? Because this kid isn't just a name, he's a phenomenon. With 2,383 receiving yards and 20 touchdowns in his college career, Egbuka has earned the title of security blanket for quarterbacks thanks to his incredible route running. But here's the dilemma, right? The Bears already drafted Odunze in the 9th spot this year. Should they really prioritize another receiver in a first round where positions like center, offensive guard, or even linebacker need immediate attention? Now I ask you, are the Bears willing to overlook those urgent needs for the chance to have a nuclear air attack? While there are critical positions that need bolstering, maybe Ryan Poles has a master plan. Perhaps he's thinking about transforming that receiver position into a powerhouse, and sometimes that's the best way to build a Super Bowl contender. Now, doesn't the idea of turning a strength into a weapon of mass destruction sound tempting? At the end of the day, the key question is, would it really be smart for the Bears to invest in a talent like Egbuka instead of addressing other areas of the team? It's a risky approach, but sometimes the biggest risks bring the greatest rewards. Let's cut to the chase. Today, we're talking about something crucial for the Chicago Bears, Shane Waldron's adaptation and why we need to see earlier results on the field. Haven't we seen enough of the same thing over the years? Why does it always turn into a guessing game when the team steps onto the field? Let me tell you this. The pressure is on Waldron, and rightfully so. Right now, the offensive coordinator seems to be earning points for his creativity, especially after that incredible double screenplay that ended in a pass to Cole Kmet. Yep, you heard that right. That was a flash of brilliance. But what about the starts? That's what we really need to see. So far, the offense is riding a 3-game winning streak. But folks, can we talk about the 0-point starts in the opening drives? Matt Eberflus, the head coach, has praised Waldron in press conferences, but there's something that makes me question. Can we really live off compliments when no touchdowns have been scored on the first drive? It's crazy. If we take a closer look, the team ranks 30th in the NFL in first quarter scoring, averaging just 1.7 points. That's not acceptable. And you know what? It's a lot harder to win games when you start off on the wrong foot. Still, despite those slow starts, the offense has been shining in the fourth quarter. They rank second in the NFL, averaging 9.5 points per game in the final quarter. That's impressive, but is it enough for a franchise like the Bears? I don't think so. The key here is that you can't rely on winning only in the second half. Now I ask you, wouldn't it be better if they could build a lead from the first quarter and not have to depend on a late comeback? What's being discussed is the need for a more structured game plan early on. similar to Bill Walsh's legendary first 15 plays with the 49ers. Eberflus has tried to downplay those rumors, but the truth is, the Bears are 0-6 on touchdowns in their opening drives. Doesn't that tell you something? Communication and organization are key, but at the end of the day, we need production. Look, in the NFL, you can't lose a game in the first quarter, but you can definitely win it in the fourth. However, if Waldron can get those early points, just imagine how the dynamic would change. We need to see more of that creative spark and solid execution from the get-go. So here's my final argument. The pressure is on Waldron to adjust his approach and give us better performance starting from the first quarter. It's not just about being creative in the second half. It's about setting the tone right from the beginning. Attention, Chicago Bears fans. Let's dive right into some news that's honestly making waves in the city. Last week, our incredible cornerback Jaylon Johnson made Trevor Lawrence eat his words in spectacular fashion. Who said the Bears couldn't make a splash in the NFL? Now I ask you, who's the best cornerback in the league? I think the answer is pretty clear. After a big win in London, where we turned the tables on the Jacksonville Jaguars, Johnson came out swinging and made it clear he's not someone to be disrespected. During the game, Lawrence tried to clown him, claiming he wasn't that good in pass coverage. And let me tell you, that was a huge mistake. Jaylon pushed him to his limits, and boy did he make him pay for it. "Throw me the ball, let's see what you've got," he told him, and that's exactly what happened. Johnson was targeted only twice during the game. Just 2 times. And do you know how many yards he allowed? A mere 5. That's impressive work. The other opportunity was a deep pass to Gabe Davis, but thanks to Johnson's tight coverage, Davis couldn't make the catch. And who's the one who always has the last word? Exactly, Jaylon Johnson. Now let's look at the numbers. Johnson has a passer rating of 31.1 allowed. Not only is that the best among all cornerbacks with over 100 coverage snaps, but here's the kicker. He hasn't allowed a single touchdown as the primary defender. So I'm telling you this, if you're thinking about throwing a pass against him, think twice. On the flip side, Trevor Lawrence finished the game with 234 yards and 2 touchdowns. But he had to work hard under pressure, playing catch-up for most of the game. What does this mean? It means that while Lawrence is a talented quarterback, he couldn't do what he wanted when Johnson was in coverage. At the end of the day, this matchup reminds us that in the NFL, confidence and respect are earned on the field. If there's one thing we've learned from Jaylon Johnson, it's that you shouldn't underestimate anyone, especially a cornerback who's earned his place among the elite in the league. Today we've discussed several hot topics that are really setting the tone for our team. So, I want to hear your thoughts. Would you prefer to see Egbuka in Chicago? Or do you think we should focus on strengthening other positions? Let me know in the comments. Let's talk about this because together we're stronger. Now let's move on to a crucial topic. What do you think about the need for a more structured opening game plan? Do you believe Waldron has what it takes to meet this demand in the coming weeks? Your opinions matter to us, so don't hesitate to share them in the comments. Come on, Bears. And lastly, here's a question for you. Do you think Jaylon Johnson has what it takes to become the #1 cornerback in the league this season? I'm eager to hear your thoughts, so drop your opinions below. If you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe to our channel. Here, you're not just sharing your passion for the Bears, you're part of a family of true fans. Don't miss out on the upcoming news and analysis. Thanks for being here, and as always, let's go Bears.